There are 4 books that I would sell one of my kidneys for to be able to experience again for the first time. First up, it's Before I Die by Jenny Downham. This is a YA book about a girl who is dying of leukemia, and she has a list that she wants to complete before she dies. I'm not giving any spoilers away here when I say that she dies at the end of this book. The way that that is described and how the lines space out, look, I'll show you, gets further and further apart as she loses consciousness in her last days. This was the first ever book to ever make me cry. It's beautiful and tragic and heartbreaking, and I loved it, and I wish I could read it again. This one, a lot of people might agree with. A Mist of Court and Fury was a close second. I loved that, but for me, this was perfection, and I loved Nesta. I loved her character progression, I loved the relationship, I loved the storyline. There is nothing wrong with this book, and I am jealous of anyone who hasn't read this yet. This was the very first book I ever borrowed when I got my first library card as a teenager. The split POV between the clinical psychologist and the killer is unmatched. Reading this for the first time, playing out the final scenes of this book, epic. It can be read as part of a series or as a standalone. And Michael Robotham will always be one of my favorite authors. This is arguably my favorite book of his. Now, I know this is a children's book, so don't come at me for that, but this book, I still think about this sometimes now. This is Junk by Malvin Burgess. It follows 2 teenagers who are 16, they run away from home, it's based in Bristol, they end up staying with squatters, and they end up getting addicted to heroin. It follows their ultimate downfall from the first party where they try it to their day-to-day lives becoming completely dependent on it. It's hopeless, and despite being technically a children's book, it's very descriptive, and you feel like you're there with the characters, you know, watching them slowly just get worse and worse and worse with their addiction. I read this when I was a teenager. I wish I could go back and read it again for the first time because it's just incredible.